make sure you have enough space behind you, and we're going to move that, and then we're going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lift through, lengthen through your arms, lengthen through your legs, roll your toes, roll your ankles, spread out your fingers. Take an inhale, slide the legs up on an imaginary table, place your hands behind your head. On your exhale, crisscross, belly in, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pull the toes back. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Point the toes again. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Flex the toes again. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Relax your head, put your feet on the floor, lift up your hips and do a counterposing bridge. Feel the hips extend because we just did a lot of hip flexion. Now the hips are open. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and lower your spine again. Now your leg goes up like a pair of scissors. Your left leg's going to be down. Now show modified, head down or come up, head off the floor. Take those long single-legged stretch exercises. Belly in. All right, pull those toes back. 10. Belly is pulling in, not doming. Good. Now we're going to add on, so we're layering. Your hands go behind your head. We're going to rotate. Keep the toes pulled back. We're doing 10 here. All right, point those toes. 10 more. Scissors. Abdominals. And then lower your head and then let your feet down. And we're going to do the bridge pose. Counter pose those hips that were flexed. Enjoy. I'm going to flip the palms this time and open up the shoulders. Let the eyes close. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Lower your hips and then pull your legs into your belly and just rock a little bit right and left. Now we're going to take double leg stretch. Modification, arms up, legs up. Hands hug the shins. Next level, arms a little further, legs a little further. Hug the shins. Next level, come up in your torso, your shoulder blades, and then do the whole stretch and hug. Now pull the legs in. Every time you stretch out and then you pull the legs in. Inhale, belly in. As a bonus, we're going to add on hands behind your head, open the elbows, touch the knees with the elbows, open the elbows, touch the knees to the elbows. So your neck has a little more support. 4. Now relax your head, take your hands to your feet, happy baby. I'm also going to add a rock right and left. 5, 4, you're doing great. 3, take those same feet, put them together. Now the knees are a little wider. I actually have an elbow wedging on the inner thighs. That way you can feel the inner thighs a bit more. You're relaxing your back as well. Breathe in. And then get ready. Legs go up. Hands frame the floor. Now we're going to do double leg lower, modified. You go low a little bit. Flex your foot. Point your toes, head down. If you care to add on, hands behind your head. Lift the shoulder blades off the mat. You're looking through the window between your inner thighs. You're going to lower and lift, but your ribs are down on the mat. So only go as low as you can keep your ribs down on the mat. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Lowers harder. 1 more and recover. We'll take a bridge pose to neutralize, to balance out all the flexion that we just had in the hips. So feel the hips open. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, and then exhale to lower down. Nice job. Now we're going to lift up the legs. This is a reverse crunch. Your hands can be on the floor and like a frame, acting like a frame. Now I'm lifting the pubic bone towards the navel, the hips off the floor. But notice I'm not doing it by kicking the legs. The knee flexion's the same. And if you put your hands above your pubic bone, you can, and to your sternum, that's your abdominals, you can feel them working. That's what you want to feel. Now, if you care to add on, hands behind your head, both ends, I call it a double crunch, so both ends come together. The pubic bone gets closer to the xiphoid process or sternum. The xiphoid process gets closer to the pubic bone. You're crunching the end, the attachment, the origin of your abdominals, and you should feel it. Up. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Now the feet are on the floor. Lift up the hips. Counter pose. Hello, abdominals. Inhale. And exhale. Lower down. And then this one is also abdominals. It's leg circles. Leave your head down. We're going to take 5 leg circles each way. Your ribs are pulling down to the floor. That's your abdominals doing that so that the low back doesn't arch off the floor any more than usual. Now it's neutral, then we're going to do other way, 5. It's also a great mobility for the hips, but we're having a focus on the abdominals right now. Okay. Leave that leg up, and then you can grab that foot or that toe. Those of you that want to add more abdominals here, lift up your left leg, and you're in a hamstring stretch, but you're also in a leg off the floor. 10. Breathe in, feel the abs, feel the hamstring. You should see your belly dome, not dome, it should pull in every time you exhale. Now switch it up, the other leg's up, draw 5 circles. And draw 5 circles. And then you're going to leave the leg in the air. You can hold onto the hamstring. You could hold onto the foot. Lift up your other leg, and this is another abdominal. Pull the belly in. Feel the belly pull down as opposed to doming up. The neck is not hurting, it should not hurt if you're able to lift your shoulder blades up and look at the toes. And if it is, just put your hand behind your head and then recover. All right, hands to the feet, relax, a little bound angle. Let your feet soles down and lift up your hips. Let's open up those hips that we've been working. 5. So we are hip flexing, we're counterposing. Also a little bit of stimulus to the posterior chain so that we're not so strong in our abs that they get drawn forward. We want to help the back body complement the front body. And then lower. Now pretend I'm next to you, but I'm facing you. So our legs are facing each other. My head's on that end, your head's on this end. Now you want to miss my legs as you lower your legs to one side. So pretend I'm beside you, lowering the legs towards your torso, and then come up. Now go towards your left. This is a partner drill. You bring up your legs to vertical. Now your legs kind of go right and diagonal. If you can touch the floor, go for it. Inhale, or if you need to just go to 3 or 4 inches, go for it. So you're gonna make sure the head's down. If your head keeps coming up and you can't control it, then you probably want to decrease how low you go. This is a partner drill for abs. Try 4 more. Good. And just pretend we're switching sides. Sometimes it's easier to work when there's someone else beside you working as hard. And hug your legs in. Really good. Take a little rock and roll. Very good. Super pleased. Now this is a corkscrew. Your hands go beside your torso, lift up your legs. Modified corkscrew, you're going to circle your legs like there's a clock on the sky you want to trace. Then do counterclockwise on that clock that is on the ceiling. And then clockwise. Now it's one of each, but if you want to add on, do a pelvic tilt here and then pelvic tilt at 12 o'clock. Now traditional corkscrew, you go all the way up to your shoulder blades. Let me move over so you can see me better in the camera. Up, and you go right, up, left. You're doing great. Up, and try to go with my verbal cues so you're not turning your head when you're lifting your hips. One more each. Up, right, and up, left. And I'm gonna go one more just to go down the middle. So when I'm up, I'm down the middle. I love to neutralize it. Hug your legs, relax a little bit. Let your feet be on the floor. Open up, you're contracting the posterior chain. So there's really no such thing as just an ab workout. You always want to include the back. And then we're opening up the hip flexors. All right, lower down. And if you want to sit, go for it, but we're going to just do the back exercises to kind of counterpose what we did. Belly down. So the back is not a mirror muscle. That's why sometimes we forget about it. We don't see it, but it is very important. So here we go. Palms low, lift up and down. So what we're doing is 10 repetitions where you're lifting up your back. You can inhale on these because the inhale facilitates extension. All right, one more. And now between, you can do a little knee bend. It's a way to get a release. You're doing great. Now you can take your arms more like a T. Now lift up and lift. Now I'm adding the legs as an option. You can lift the legs. And you can do this with your cadence of your breathing. Your neck isn't strained. You're basically leaving the gaze towards the mat, and there's no wrinkles in your neck. You're lifting your head, but it's just going along with the back. Rear deltoids, hamstrings, glutes. One more. Now hands underneath your cheek and windshield wipe. You're doing great, and just listen to your body. You notice how I layer things. That means you can always go back to the previous exercise. The last one is harder, so if you're wanting to join me in a Y, but notice how I'm trying to be out of my neck. So I've got my shoulder blades gliding downward. 1, 2. Now if it's too hard, bring your hands down. 3, or leave your toes down. That's another trick. 4, 5, 6, strong back. 7, 8, 9, 10. And windshield wipe. Anytime you need to take a child's pose, if that's what you need, please go for it. I'm also adding my ankle rolls in here. Just get those feet moving. 4, 3, good. 2, and 1. I love it. Now this time the legs are down. We're going to lift up our back without using our hands. How high can you go? And then let your hands assist you. Now we're stretching out those abs that we just contracted. We've also got our triceps on a little bit. Shoulder blades down the back. Our upper back's getting stronger. 10, 2, 3. Oh, doesn't it feel good? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower. We're going to do that again. Now inhale. When you come up, try to see how high you can go without your hands. Now when you can't go anymore, then let your hands assist you. Elbows tucked towards the floor. So that's called external rotation. Shoulders are down the back. The breath is through the nose. Inhale. Feel your belly, ribs, and heart expand. And it might get a little higher as you're here. Head back a little bit, Cole. Yeah, and lower. Guys, we're gonna do one more. If you need a windshield wipe in between, go for it. Here we go. Legs long. Lift up your torso without your hands. And then let your hands assist you up. Here we are. And there is a little bit of a pinky bias here, so you might feel like your pinky is a little bit pressing more than the rest. It helps you get into your serratus muscles. The serratus anterior muscles help stabilize your scapula. So we always do these with stabilized scapula. That way the ears are not up in the shoulders, hurting our neck. Breathe in, or the shoulders are not in our ears. I might have said that opposite. Okay, windshield wipe, windshield wipe, windshield wipe. We're going to do another, which is bow pose, to open the front body, the abs that we just worked, the hip flexors that we just worked, and strengthen the back body. If that's too hard, grab one foot and do a single leg stretch. Everybody looks so good. Wonderful. Opening up now, no neck tension. Relax that. Now we're going to do either the other side or a second set. Here we go. Up. You're doing great. Neck is soft. And then relax. Child's pose. Wonderful job. You did great. Let it go. Breathe in. And then come on back down to your belly if you'd like. We're going to take fingertips near your temples. You're going to lift up your torso so that the left shoulder blade's a little bit higher than the right, then come down. Lift up your right torso. Your right side's a little higher. Now, this time when you lift your left side of your torso, lift up your right leg. Now lower and lift up your right shoulder blade higher and your left leg. It's kind of like that crisscross abdominal exercise, but it's for the posterior chain. So I've been calling it posterior crisscross. So basically, you're in a diagonal contraction, just like when you walk or you cross-country ski or you run. Those are all diagonal patterns on the posterior chain. It's really good for functional strength. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Now we're going to take breaststroke. So at first, take a humongous circle. Make sure your space is good. And then when you do this circle, it's like you come up for a breath of air. Come up for a breath of air. Come up for a breath of air. Now, to add on, the legs are going to do a little flutter. Now those hamstrings and glutes are working. The back body is working. So how high can you get in your upper back, in your back, without your hands helping? This will get better and better. But this is the secret sauce to not being rounded forward. And that's how most of our tasks are. So we want that part of our fitness. Get ready. We're going to do a child's pose. I'm going to curl the toes under this time because even the feet have been working as they did those kicks. Now the heels are straight up and down.